Now, the government has rescinded the planned privatization of all state-owned sugar companies. Instead, the cabinet approved the revival and commercialization of the state-owned sugar companies through leasing. During its sitting at Sagana State Lodge, the cabinet also approved the importation of duty-free sugar to mitigate the current sugar shortage, which has seen sugar prices hit an all-time high. Here's Stephen Leto with that report.
President William Ruto Tuesday chaired a cabinet meeting at the Sagana State Lodge in Nyeri County, where, as he pledged last week, he led the cabinet in deliberating on how to fix the sugar sector. During the meeting, the cabinet stopped the earlier planned sale of the state-owned sugar companies, instead approving the program for the revival and commercialization of state-owned sugar companies. As a wider strategy to revive the farms, private entities will be invited to lease and operate the companies and inject sufficient funds to put them back to profit-making. Companies to be covered under the revival plan include Nzoia Sugar Company, Chemelil Sugar Company, Miwani Sugar Company that is in receivership, Muhoroni Sugar Company also in receivership, South Nyanza Sugar Company, and Giant Mumias Sugar Company now in receivership. To address the acute sugar shortage and bring down the cost of sugar currently standing an all-time high, the cabinet sanctioned the extension of the framework for duty-free importation of milled sugar to bridge the supply deficit. The country is facing huge deficit in sugar demand after all milling companies shut owing to sugarcane shortage in the cane-growing Nyanza and western regions. Only operating two private millers, West Kenya Sugar Company and Butali Sugar, have also issued notice of closure by Monday. The cabinet also approved the restructuring of the National Oil Corporation of Kenya (NOC) by dividing it into 3 subsidiaries. Under the proposed turnaround strategy, NOC will be segmented into an entity that will focus on marketing and distribution of petroleum products. The second subsidiary, to be known as NOC Trading, will special in holding strategic stocks, while the third entity will focus on oil exploration. To enhance the earnings of dairy farmers, the cabinet approved duty-free importation of raw materials for processing animal feeds. The president also pledged to institute reforms in the dairy sector to improve farmers' livelihood.
My instructions to KCC is that let us begin to think about how we are going to cut out costs and to cut out brokers and to eliminate unnecessary expenses so that mkulima aweze kupata ile 50 iende kwa mfuko yake.
The reforms are coming. Wakulima tutaitana nyote tukubaliane on the reforms that we need in this sector. I want to thank the chairman of Dairy Board and your board.
He toured dairy farmers in Kiganja on his 4th day of his Mount Kenya tour. Stephen Leto, Citizen TV.